Hi, everyone. Happy World Cardmaking Day. Thank you so much for being me. This is Rochelle, and I'm from Stamping Flair in Melbourne. Please say hi to me as you're watching, and if you're watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much for taking the time to join me this Saturday afternoon, and I hope you have been having a really nice crafty day today, taking advantage of this special day and enjoying all the lovely presentations that have been there for you today. I sure have been. I've had some lovely time that I've spent crafting, and this morning I was able to craft at the Stamping Lounge. And if you haven't been able to watch that presentation by Mahesh Murray, please check that out. It's on the Stamping Lounge Facebook page. We all created a card using one sketch, and but different color combinations. Last Marie demonstrated a beautiful card, and we shared all our cards as well, and that was a lot of fun. And then I've been preparing some other cards for our retreat next week. And then at 2 o'clock, we had a Stamping Up event, which was there for everyone to view. So I hope you got that as well. And now I am going to be sharing some Christmas cards with you. I've got three to share with you, and my uh, focal elements are going to be the Ephemera Packs, which we have some Christmas ones, and they are super cute, and I um, love them, and they are so handy. And but I'm going to be matching them and mixing and matching them with our stamp sets and our designer series paper, showing you how you can take them from just adding them to cards, but making them wow and layering them, and how you can really step them up a bit if you want to do that, or you can just create them as is with your ephemera, add them on, but I'm just stepping them up a bit. So hopefully you'll find some ways to use them. They are just die cut, some are colored, some might be black and white, some might be gold foiled. Just they are designed to create easy projects, quick projects for you. I'm just adding a bit extra to um, for my style, and I hope you can get some tips as I go through them for your card making. And we're just a little over 2.5 months for Christmas. Maybe this will get us a head start for our um, festive season. Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have had a lovely crafty day today. So, let me show you the ephemera packs. Mine are a bit all over the shop, only because I'm using them, so that's good. So, I actually sew them in sandwich bags they're because they're die cut, and then you basically pop them out. So I'll show you how. You're just popping them out. That's how easy it is. And then you can either glue them. I tend to add diamond for a lot of them, dimensionals. And sometimes they can just come out, or if I take one out and I go, oh, I don't want to use this one, then it's kind of all over the shop. So I put it in a sandwich bag, and it keeps that particular pack together. And I've done this with the ones that all the others we have in our annual catalog as well. And it just keeps it together for me, and then I find it easy. So this is the Joyful Images Ephemera Pack. So I've got the cardboard at the back, it just keeps it sort of a bit more solid, and I keep the actual name of the cyanide that we have, the tags for the season, and we also have Joyful Sayings Ephemera Pack. So there's three I'm mainly using. There's also another a special designer series pack, which is a little bit festive. That too has some die cuts, and I would say they're it's not called ephemera, but the die cards can be used in that manner, and it's got some of these images which sort of duplicate along that in that pack. So I think this particular pack, Joyful Images, goes well with that a little bit festive, which I will use on one of the cards today. So we'll be creating 3 cards. My first one, so to speed things along a bit, I have done a little bit of prep, not a whole lot, but I have done a little bit. So I will be using this little gingerbread man for my first card, and just um, in the tiniest bit, but I'll show you my first card. I'm going to show you all, but I'll show you my first card, and I'll vary them in some way, whether it's color or something, variation of these cards. Hi, Kayla. I'm actually enjoying having a good excuse today for us to do any other work other than crafting. Like we needed an excuse, but you know, so I'm going to change it up to a red card base. And I'm not going to do too much changing, but just sometimes nice to have something a little bit different and see what options we can have. So, so. And I like to try the little images in stamp sets as well. They're really cute, especially these ones. But I meant to use the big ones. I keep going for these little ones. And oops, I'm gonna stack it high. I'm organized. Watch, I'm trying to keep organized. And I've tried to simplify coloring as well. So it's the top. Not too many colors. Right. So this is a bigger piece than necessary, and I will share some of these. I'll share the measurements in my next newsletter that goes out to for subscribers. You can get this in the newsletter. It's pretty simple. This is a bigger piece that I need, so I'm going to snap my gingerbread man on the top. Sort of just like a bit like not straight. They're just sort of dancing around. And I'm going to color them in light pink and pie. And you can see where generally we'll see like in a gingerbread cookies, you have that white icing. So I'm going to leave a bit of space in there just for that white icing, but it's very rough. They are so small you can't see it. I'm going to leave that and just a little line there, and really you will barely see it. I'll try going in a bit. And then I'll leave a gap there. Just for the illusion that there's kind of an icing. How about that new kit that's coming next month? It was funny because before we knew that it was very demonstrative, I just it grabbed my attention straight away. I just love the look of it. And then lo and behold, it was Viceroy. So funny. She did such a great job. I'm just drawing some, but I didn't get too much white, but it's okay. But look, a bit of fun there. Now, I have got a piece of this is the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper, and I'm going to glue that to the base of this. So you could have had a smaller strip of white, but it just um, makes it a bit easier to stick it down. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It was so pretty, that new kit. Now, a bit of heads up announcement, which if you watched that live, you would have seen, or the World Cardmaking Day Stampin' Up event. There's a sale coming up on stamps from the annual catalog from today's the 5th, Monday to Wednesday, I think, by memory. But I will put it up for sure what it is, but I've just had a quick glance at it. I'm going to layer that onto a piece of pecan pie cardstock. So this is where I just add a little bit of extra, and you can see it, I put a bit of scrap I had and some blending on. So by layering it, adding a bit extra, it just makes these things look fuller. And I'm just bringing another scrap because I'm going to do a bit of ink blending. So I've got another piece of this Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. I'm using this side. This, the other side, this particular stocking, there's a die that will cut that out as well. So, and this Designer Series paper is a product with that. So with every pack sold, Stampin' Up will donate $4.25 to children's literacy. So it's a good cause, something for you perhaps to add to your cart when you shop, as it does help a charity when you purchase a pack of that. So this is the colors in this old olive and garden green, but this actually reminds me of the old soft succulent a bit, and it's not softly foam, but I just wanted that softer color, so I've picked softly foam, and I'm going to add a bit of old olive to it to give that softer look. Soft succulent is one of my favorite colors. I just love that color. So I'm just going in very lightly, and it doesn't vary the color too much, but it just adds enough to add a little bit of that. But this is old olive I'm going with. Glue that on. And I picked this because it was gingerbread, and then it had the candy canes, and I'll be adding that hot chocolate, and it kind of all went together. So this is This piece of cardstock I have embossed with the Dashing Designs embossing folder. I'll be gluing that directly onto that piece. When you sometimes with the more detailed embossing folders, it takes a little bit longer to stick. So just give it a bit more press. It works in your favor if you have stuck it a bit crooked. I've used that when and I need to take it off, then it's easier for me. This is a bit shy, a bit short, but it's all right. As long as my mat is fine, that is the design. Glue that across there. Got this or I think that's what it is. I would say so. And I'm layering some of that holly. It's very cost effective. The Ephemera Packs I use it like it's going to make it pretty your cards. So layering it together, it will make it nice. Just gonna add some dimensionals on this holly. I'm gonna tuck that in under there. Now, what I've done is I've taken one of the sentiments from the other ephemera pack and I've layered it. It was a teeny tiny one. So I layered it onto a piece of garden green cardstock, just scrap. This is that small. And I am going to add it here. And in there. And again, when you're sticking this, just you could put a block on it just to make sure it sticks. It's not going to stick. Because of all those little ridges, kind of sticks a little bit. Just going to get the embellishment. I picked every embellishment, but I didn't do these ones. So sorry about this. I had bought a packet when it first came out, so that was probably 2 months ago. And I tell you what, I did not use a single one of them, and only the Lord knows where those embellishments have gone. I cannot find them, so I just got this again in my last order. So somewhere in this house is a pack of embellishments waiting to be used. I didn't use it. I wonder I think I used it or I showed it at a class or something. I don't even know whether we used it at a class, but it's gone. What a beautiful long thing. This is the natural tones, natural something twine, linen thread, natural twine. Oh, yeah. The gems are earth tones and natural linen thread or something. You get this with the Nest of Winter Sweet. I will have a supply list for you. So, and just putting one right there, glue dot, and this garden green linen thread. Just hide my glue dot in there. Make sure it's sitting nicely. And then let's put the red berries in there. This pack comes with single rhinestones as well. So you could just use the single rhinestones. But I thought this was nice. So for the inside of the card, I've just got a basic white layer, which I have already pre-done a strip of the designer series paper onto garden green cardstock. Again, some scrap. If you can cut your designer series paper to the size of whatever scrap you've got of garden green and use it up like that. Just bring some cohesion to your into the crafting black hole. That is correct, Taylor. That's where my gems are. I really don't know. I'll find it like 3 years or something. Go, that's where it went. And I'll get excited, like when you find things. Then for my envelope, I've done the same thing. And I'll bring in my other cards so you can compare. So basically the same, one's garden green and one's real red. So if you like me, I don't know, I very rarely, I try to make an assembly line of cards, but then I get very bored and then I will never end up doing the same thing twice. So at least this gives you variety in doing different card bases. So I hope you like that one. And I'll put that away. Oh, and actually on this one, I had even blended and I've done, let me see whether I've got one stuck in there. Got one of the holly in there. So I probably finished up with that. So use some ephemera in there. So that's that. The next card I'm doing is with our little reindeer. And this is a variation, maybe a little bit of a stretch of the sketch we did on the stamping lounge this morning. So I kind of saw the sketch and I've flipped it and it's gone horizontal this time, or landscape, we can say. And so hop onto the Snapping Lounge if you haven't seen our live to see the cards we made with it. So that was a vertical portrait sketch, and I've adapted it on vertical landscape with this, right? Uh, so we're using Reindeer Days. And thanks, Kayla. Actually, this was the card I was going to do for that. And then I realized, oh, we have a color palette we have to choose. So that kind of didn't work. I thought, because straight away my head went to these trees. And nah, that wasn't going to work. Wait a minute. Okay, I need some tuxedo black. So I will stamp our deer in black. You know, you have brilliant ideas, but they're not that brilliant sometimes. Yeah, that is me. So Reindeer Days retreat is next Sunday. So just 8 days away, actually 7 days. We start at 10 o'clock next Sunday. $54.95. 6 projects we'll be creating live. And um, there'll be 21 project ideas. There's 3 projects at the Regal Flora bundle. So you can still register for that till next Friday, but don't wait because we'll send you all the measurements and everything so you can start cutting your kits and get it all ready. So this time I'm going to color my reindeer in smoky slate of what's left of my stamping blends, but we'll try. And maybe some gray granite. This I only colored in crumb cake. Um, I'm hoping my smoky slate survives. If not, we shall adapt. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. So I'm going. I think this is light, so that's okay. So I've kept the coloring, like I said, fairly simple because with the ephemera, I'm just trying to not make it overly complicated, but just layering and adding some. And if you like coloring, go for it. And I love coloring, but I I went a bit quick on this because I guess that's the idea when you put the ephemera packs. This is so cute. So, so I'm still going with the light. I'm not using a brush tape because I think it's a bit sad. Otherwise, I would. Considering the amount of coloring I do, I mean, my blends fairly well. I'm leaving a little bit of white around that eye, just a touch. You could stamp it. You don't like coloring. You either stamp it on silver slate or gray granite. You could do that. Make your life a bit quicker. Oh, was it a great one too? Oh, I think in neutrals maybe we use a lot as well. That could be a problem. See how sad that is that. So I'm gonna have to. Let's dark. Hold on, light. We will adapt. This is great granite. I'm going out of necessity and I'll put it because I don't like the lines that are gonna come with my. Let me see that that's a bit out. But it's gonna be a multicolored yeah. It's alright. I'll blend it in. It's alright. He will he'll he'll be managed. Once I get my base down, then I can work it in. So I'm back with my light smoke slate. I just wanted to get some base color down so that those lines aren't too visible. And then we can go ahead and blend that. Kimberly, what time is it in Minnesota? Is it day or night or yesterday? Hi, Anita. You love my coloring, my multicolored deer. He's a bit of a, what do you call, patchwork guy today. Thank you. Blends are like I always say it's a nice coloring system is easy. Like you just gotta give it some time and it will blend and let it do its thing. Be a bit patient. See now it worked okay. He's blended okay. You know, I'm just bringing in that granite and just blending that light smoky slate where I ran out of color and merging it so it doesn't look so crazy. Could say he's between the light, different lighting as well. So it won't look so bad. Then if I bring it in a little bit, the grey granite onto his feet and his face, then it won't look as odd. And right there, it's not too bad. Bring a little bit into the fawn as well. Okay, I might add a bit of the color on that light section first. I do this sometimes when I don't want um, too much heavy coloring. But they are so cute. 1:30 a.m. Kimberly. Oh, you're like me. Staying up and doing the late night. I've got to get back to normal. That's my normal. I would say get back to normal. Someone asked me the other day, what time do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep? I said 5 hours, and the poor lady looked at me like I was nuts. Then if you lay down the color liquid first, it just absorbs the color, so it's not as strong. I'll do that here as well, but it still get a tinge of the color, so it's not stark white. Like that. All right. Now I'll get my the die cut, cut it out. They are very cute. I remember we had a set a couple of years ago, and I remember doing it in grade as well. And that day was really sweet as well. You know, some of the images are really, really sweet. I can't remember which one it was. Was it the one with the punch? I'm not sure. The color I'm using, well, Kimberly, my initial attempt was smoky slate, and you can see, and as I'm looking at it, it looks a bit sad. But my smoky slate kind of was a bit was running out, and my brush tip wasn't fantastic. So I did this half in smoky slate, and it kind of went into gray granite there. So it's a bit of a mix um, out of necessity there. So predominantly, he's half and half. So my original card was crumb cake, but I'm just mixing things up a bit to show you some variations, how you can just change things up. So I'm going to try basic gray. Hopefully that is good. And sorry, that's a bit close. And I'm using the same designer series paper. This is the Country Wood designer series paper, but I'm flipping it, and it goes straight across there. I have embossed a panel of basic white with the softly, for not softly, snowflake sky embossing folder. The light's a bit crazy at the moment. Why is that? You can see that better there. And with this is the radiating stitches. Let me just pull this off. Okay, so the radiating stitches side, which I cut half. I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, that's better. And I used half on the one card and half on the other. And I'm going to layer it onto a basic gray panel. So before I go further, I will just and this is probably why my things are damaged a bit. I'm splattering a little bit of ink there. And I will wear that. Now it doesn't matter if the bottom is not right, that'll get covered up. So just make sure your top and your sides are balanced in the margins, and that bottom is all good. So we'll stick this down on top, our embossed panel. Again, I leave top and sides. I'm gonna make sure that there. Then I'll stick this down. That Country Wood designer series paper is so nice. It's suitable for anything really. I'm gonna go that straight down. In my first card, I did pop it under. It's not gonna matter. I'm gonna cover that. I can still do it. Alright, it's just there. Just center that. Now we've got our trees there. The deer are gonna go there. And for the sentiment, I've got this is from one of the packs, and I think it's from the same pack. You get some little sort of things you can use for layering. I'm going to use the Merry Christmas from the deer. I've actually used this a lot. It's a nice. I just like the sentiment, just basic sentiment. And I'm going to use shaded spruce, picking up on the the trees at the back. There. Again, use the scraps for this sort of thing. It's just teeny weeny. My stab would feel like it's stuck on. Yeah. Let me make sure it's flip it over. Sorry, I'm gonna get in the way maybe here. And I'll bring in my 50 sheets of little bits of cardstock. Does that happen to you? Try. Not gonna happen. Hey, you're a monkey. I'll probably assembled it all. Never mind. Out of that. There. Just that. And I just want that sort of in the middle, and that'll layer out. Just a little bit, not much. That one there. Just a little bit better. You don't have to have one if you don't want it, obviously. Okay, I will stick this down onto our little strip there, but I need to trim that because it is a little bit wide, or alternately we can cut that down. Cut that in half, the little green bit, and stick it on either side. If you don't have the guillotine thing, I find I use my scalpel a lot from the crafter tips. I use that a lot for cutting my bits like that with a ruler. I use a metal ruler and the scalpel, and it just gives me a bit more accurate, fine cutting. Put that there and glue that straight on. Just a bit of glue in the center, to stick that down. I know I have taken my dimensional packings off, but that's okay. Just don't stick it too hard. All right. Next, we'll stick our put dimensionals trees. So just a few full ones, and then I will cut the others in half. Don't need full dimensional, stretch your supplies. This is more of a rustic card, I would say. Let's stick that down there. Maybe a bit further there, just to match the same as the other one. And then I'll stick our deer down. Now, when I did the dimensionals for this, I had added more up here, and then I added glue on the feet, so they were more grounded. And sometimes when you add dimensionals like too far down, they look like they're flying, which is okay if they're flying reindeer, but it just looks more. So if they're meant to be on the ground, it just looks better, I think. If you have them the nicely, their feet firmly planted. Looks more natural. And it of course depends what look you're going for as well. So doesn't have to be a lot. Overlap it like that. Now in this pack, there are also, I pulled out 3 stars from this Ephemera pack. And one's not going to play. I just went with the gold stars. I mean, and yeah, I'm using it to, you can use embellishments, but I use the stars to embellish. Easier to take a big tool. If you wanted more, you can, there's a lot. There's every pack comes with like 2 lots of things, and sometimes there are 4. Like I saw there were reindeer in there. There were four reindeer, so you get a lot in a pack. So I have just added some DSP to that, and I'll show you. I haven't done the inside, but I'll show you what I've done here. Just so, oh, I know I did it. Oh, here, I've got a piece of paper. Wait, that was organized. All right, so let's get some. We'll go with the gray, the basic gray, and some garden green. So just matching up what we are doing, going with some gray, just on there. And there would have been some residue from the other color, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Let's go with what's there. Now, I do you get your stamps? I cut them, and I have had mostly success. This one was not a success. So I cut it, and I wanted the star of the tree, but it didn't work. So you know what I did? I glued it back together. And it worked. I didn't think it would. Star's back on. It hasn't come apart yet. I really didn't. See, it's okay. I really didn't think it would work. Good old tomboy. Thanks, Anita. You like the card? But don't be afraid to cut the stamps. It won't stop me cutting them. I'll still do it. I just laughed. And I was like, really, Michelle? Let's see it. And then we can compare. What are you liking? That crumb cake or the basic gray? See, I've got a bit of, can you see my dirty fingers here? I have to do a little blending on this side just to match up, to fix up my dirty fingers. All right, so next card done. What do you guys think? So that's our early espresso and the basic gray. It is, yeah, that's the reindeer fun bundle. Okay, so card number 2. So the next one, I just love this and this particular image, and this is the skate, and the skate will be the reason I'm buying that stamp set too in the online exclusives. It escapes me at the what is it called? The sled one. I've been wanting it, and it's gonna be funny, isn't it? That's better. And I just love that image. It's so, I don't know. I've never experienced a white Christmas or anything, but it just reminds me. It makes me think of Christmas. It's just such a fun image. So this is a nice quick one too. I have kept it fairly easy to assemble. So what I have done, I have die cut using the Spotlight on Nature dies, a pool party circle. I'm going to be, I've got a matte layer in Misty Moonlight. I'm going to pull all my bits and pieces out. And then, got it all out then. These are the elements from the different ephemera packs I've got. So I tried to, so when you get the pieces, you kind of, or when you get the packs, you can sort of see what matches and see, okay, I can mix this with that, and go with the color schemes and pick little elements or get a focal point and then pick some added elements. So, like with the first card, added some holly which matched. So you'll be able to easily mix and match. So we have got this, and I've die cut a circle using stylish shapes. So going for that layout with 3 circles. Just one of a basic kind of layout. I'm going to be blending Pool Party on one side of this circle. And a little bit, I'll do a bit of grey granite on the other. It's been a funny day. We had sunshine and then it's been raining. And now I don't know. Is it daylight savings for you, anyone, this evening? Like it's changing. The clocks are changing tonight for us. That's enough to wreck me. Change my sleep. Yes, I Kimberly, are you talking Stamping Lounge? My videos are up. It's up in YouTube and on Facebook, but Stamping Lounge video is up as well. Yes, it's in our Facebook page. If Kayla's here, so you can pop up the link for the video. I will put after, so you can. You may not be able to, but I'll pop. You'll be able to watch it. I'll pop up the link. Sometimes it doesn't. Facebook doesn't allow others to pop up links on someone else's video. So. Now, on second thought, I'm going to add, as I'm putting this circle on that, I'm going to put some misty moonlight on that. So, change of direction. Yeah, so the videos are there all the time, so you'll be able to catch it when you have a minute. I know there's lots of things going on today, and enjoy all the fun of World Cardmaking Day. Everyone's got things on as well. So why not? Just adding a little bit of depth to that. Okay, so this white cardstock has been embossed with the source embossing folder. That's one of our larger embossing folders there. One of the first ones we got, which was really large. Oh, that's for the retreat. Thanks, Kayla. I think what I was saying for for our Facebook live this morning for the yeah, here's our World Cardmaking Day Facebook live as well. So Taylor's just put up the um sign up for the retreat, which we're having next Sunday. So if you haven't signed up for that, uh, you're welcome to do so. We'd love for you to join. We have anyone can join worldwide. So the place will be available for the event. Maybe that's what you asked as well, Kimberly. So I may have misunderstood you. Um, so that will be available on a platform where you can watch as well all the time. It's $54.95 Australian dollars. PDFs, all that available. Okay, I might have doubled up. side. No, that's right. So I have put some dimensionals on this side because this is already up. So I've got 1 and 2 there. I'll take the stickiness, the backing off there. Right. So next I'll bring in this. This is from the tags one, the pack, which has all sorts of tags. It's got lots of tags, so it's really good for creating your tags for Christmas. I'm putting 1 dimensional there. I'm sort of offsetting it there. Then we'll bring the skates. So that'll cover the punched hole. Oh, thanks, Kate. Thank you. Yeah, I love my color compo. Such a beautiful card. What I love is that we created like such different cards, and it's so much fun. And we kind of don't just go, okay, well, it's very interesting to see what we come up with, and then go, oh, this is what we created. And it's a bit of a mystery reveal. Okay, so skate's good there. I'm gonna glue that straight on. Just on top of that wall, so it's like a double layer. And you know what I forgot? My 2 little bits at the bottom here, which I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm going to do it. Trim my. This is a bit of a little bit festive designer series paper. Okay, so I'm going to layer it. It's the same piece. I'll just cut a bit off, and I like the stripy look at the bottom. Let's check. I'm only using stripe bit. Gonna put a bit of glue here on the bottom of the back of the wider piece. Gonna layer it just on a bit of an angle here. So you're gonna get a narrow section on here and trim that off there. And let's see if I can tuck that in under. How much can I wiggle my way here? Then I'll just put a bit of glue under those dimensionals, which I just cut. So I'm not adding any more height or anything. Just putting that down. Dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. There's some larger sentiments as well. So if you don't really want to do too much, like you want quick cuts with those ephemera packs, there's really large sentiments. You don't even have to do anything with them. Just put a piece of DSP and you're done. So what I'm going to do now is layer this onto some piece of Misty Moonlight. Hi, Del. You've been working today? This is a little bit lower than my other one. That's just the card, and how everyone's different. I'm going to put this on that, but firstly, I've got a piece of this pom-pom ribbon, but I'm going to color it to match, to change it to Misty Moonlight. I haven't colored this particular ribbon before. Let's see, is this Misty Moonlight? No, that's not a navy. I want this one. Okay, so that's like, I'm just bringing the Stampin' Blend, and I'll do the center with my brush tip, and then I'll go to the corners with my bullet tip, because I don't want it to go, if I can help it. I want those pom-poms to still be white. You know what? If you want to, I just had this brainwave. You could color the pom-poms in another color and have a really kind of ribbon. Like a birthday, for a birthday party, you could have like yellow pom and bright blue center. Because we like to make it short for ourselves. Filling in those bits which are visible, trying. And it basically gets the idea. And I will go again over that. As you leave it to dry, it will get darker. I do want it a little bit darker. Oh, hi, Marty. Been out all day, keeping busy. Try to cram in a lot of weekends, isn't it? So much to do. Okay. I probably have a little bit more than I need. I did. If you want to staple this, you can. I didn't. I I just glued on it, right? Glue dots are my best friend. I take approximately about 30 centimeters for each length. So that's about 60 centimeters. To tie a bow. It just gives me a bit of extra to work with. And I've just done two lengths, and that. But I think I want a little bit more on that side. I think the linen thread just works really nicely with that, the whole, those colors. So you could even use maybe some nice navy, that linen thread as well. in that pack, which we used before. Now, bearing in mind that I have not, the previous one I did not color, so whether the glue dots might give me some grief as I put this up, but we will test it. Put one there, and then I kind of scrunched it to give the look that I had tied it when I had it. I'm gonna trim that down. I don't want such a big piece. Then I chose the Misty Moonlight so that it would stand out against the pool party base and things. And right here, I'm just going to add a glue dot under. Just scrunch it up in there. So use that kind of plated look. And when I put my linen thread, it will hold it. You could tie a linen thread around it. I just sort of decided I didn't want the bulk extra. And the good thing with glue dots, if you haven't used them before, you can squish them. And kind of manipulate them there. Now here, and our linen thread. Fix that up there. And stick this onto our card base. You had with your mum, how nice. That's really nice. Good to spend time with family. And mums are special. So for the inside of my card, I have got another matte border of Misty Moonlight and a piece of the designer series paper, which I used before, a little bit festive, and I've layered it onto just a little strip of matted onto Pool Party. Just it's not so whatever scrap you've got there, you can do that. Then it'll all tie in together when you put it in your card. I've added some bluesy embellishments, and normally with the blues, I would automatically go for silver. Petty and shopping, great, so nice, relaxing. Normally with blues, I would go for silver. That's just my natural instinct. But because I've picked up on the gold here, and going with gold. So that's the envelope. I've done I did one, that's the one for the other one. And I did one with the pool party for this. I kind of got lost, but we'll bring it up. So it's just two variations, pretty similar, but just different colors there. Let me know what you think, and while I bring in the other cards that we did today. Thanks, Manny. So that's card number 3, and then we had our little reindeer, and this one, the first one we did. Pull the envelopes out. So this is mainly with the Ephemera Packs that we had done. So hope you enjoyed that, and maybe consider the Ephemera Packs to add to your stash, whether for quick makes or whether you want to step it up like I've done here, and give them a shot in your card making, or you could even add it to your scrapbooking. They're a bit of fun. Thanks, Kayla. Like, I'll put up the links for the retreat in the comments. So if you or in the description, so you can join in. We hope you can. We'd love to see you there. And keep your eye out for the stamp sale coming on Monday or Tuesday. I will clarify because I can't remember off the top of my head. But make sure if you have a shopping list or a wish list that you have made, just keep an eye out for that as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, crafting or whatever you're doing. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.